Time changes everything, even the most stunning music icons. Take a quick look at these beauties from the 70s to the 90s versus today. Don't blink, some changes might just blow your mind. Crystal Gayle became a country pop phenomenon with her floor-length hair and the crossover hit, "Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue." While often compared to her sister Loretta Lynn, Crystal carved her own path, famously maintaining her signature Rapunzel-like locks for decades. Today, she remains a Grand Ole Opry member and continues to perform live. Dusty Springfield defined blue-eyed soul with "Son of a Preacher Man," but her life was turbulent behind the beehive hairdo. She was famously deported from South Africa for refusing to perform for segregated audiences and later battled severe addiction issues in Los Angeles. Sadly, this British music legend passed away from breast cancer in 1999. Scottish powerhouse Lulu exploded onto the scene with "Shout" and the title track for "To Sir with Love." Beyond her music, she made headlines for her high-profile marriage to BG Maurice Gibb and a Eurovision victory. Now in her 70s, she recently announced her retirement from touring, finally stepping back after 6 decades in the spotlight. Kiki Dee is best remembered for her chart-topping playful duet with Elton John, "Don't Go Breaking My Heart." Historically, she broke barriers as the first white British female signed to Motown, paving the way for blue-eyed soul. She famously chose independence over marriage and currently tours intimately with guitarist Carmelo Lugeri, focusing on acoustic sets. Tina Charles dominated the mid-70s disco charts with "I Love to Love," selling over 26 million records globally. A little-known fact is that she provided the uncredited lead vocals for the Buggles' historic hit, "Video Killed the Radio Star." She remains active on the nostalgia circuit, bringing high-energy disco performances to festivals across Europe. June Carter. Cash was a country royalty scion who co-wrote "Ring of Fire" about her forbidden love for Johnny Cash. She spent decades literally snatching drugs away from her husband to keep him alive, sacrificing much of her own solo ambition. A cornerstone of American music history, June passed away due to heart surgery complications in 2003. Elkie Brooks, known as the British Queen of Blues, found massive success with the ballad "Pearl's a Singer." Before her solo fame, she fronted the gritty rock band Vinegar Joe alongside Robert Palmer, earning a reputation for fierce live performances. Remarkably fit, she continues to tour the UK, delivering vocals that haven't lost their rasp or power. Dame Shirley Bassey is the only singer in history to record 3 James Bond themes, immortalizing Goldfinger with her explosive voice. Rising from extreme poverty in Cardiff's Tiger Bay, she became one of Britain's wealthiest entertainers. Now living in Monaco, she makes rare, high-profile appearances, proving her glitz and vocal stamina remain untouched by time. Emmylou Harris redefined country rock as Graham Parsons' cosmic American muse before launching a legendary solo career. Famously, she went prematurely gray in her early 20s and stopped dyeing it, making silver hair her signature look long before it was trendy. Today, she balances music with running Bonaparte's Retreat, her own dog rescue shelter in Nashville. Gloria Gaynor created the ultimate anthem of resilience with "I Will Survive," a track she recorded while wearing a back brace after a severe stage fall. While many disco stars faded, she reinvented herself, recently winning a Grammy for her gospel album. She continues to perform, proving she really did survive the end of the disco era. Diana Ross rose from the Supremes to become the ultimate global diva, famously performing through a torrential thunderstorm during her 1983 Central Park concert. Known for her extravagant costume changes and uncompromising standards, she defined celebrity glamour. Now, she continues to tour worldwide, delivering hit-filled sets that celebrate her status as a living music legend. Nelly Omar was the Gardel with a skirt, an Argentine tango legend who who suffered a 17-year blacklist for her political ties to Eva Perón. Forced into obscurity, she sold her jewelry just to survive before making a triumphant late-career comeback. She performed until the very end, passing away in 2013 after celebrating her 102nd birthday. Cher has conquered music, film, and fashion, pioneering the use of autotune with Believe at age 52. Known for her blunt Twitter presence and a series of farewell tours that never seem to end, she openly embraces cosmetic enhancements to maintain her look. Currently, she is launching a gelato empire and dating a man 4 decades her junior. Janet Jackson stepped out of her brother's shadow to create the socially conscious masterpiece Rhythm Nation, 1814. Her career took a massive hit following the infamous 2004 Super Bowl wardrobe malfunction, leading to an unjust industry blacklisting. She has since reclaimed her throne, currently packing arenas on her Together Again tour and focusing on motherhood. Bonnie Tyler is synonymous with the power ballad Total Eclipse of the Heart, but her signature rasp was an accident. After vocal node surgery in the 70s, she screamed in frustration before healing, permanently altering her voice into a rock instrument. She embraces that grit today, actively touring and performing her hits with undiminished energy. Roberta Flack touched millions with the haunting perfection of Killing Me Softly with his song, becoming the first artist to win Record of the Year 2 consecutive times. In a heartbreaking turn, she announced in 2022 that she had been diagnosed with ALS. While the disease has silenced her singing voice, she remains active in her foundation's work. Chrissie Hynde defined the cool female rocker aesthetic with The Pretenders, but before the fame, she worked at Malcolm McLaren's notorious sex shop in London. A fierce vegan activist who once opened a veggie restaurant, she remains unapologetically outspoken. She continues to lead The Pretenders, releasing new rock albums that rival her work from 40 years ago. Gloria Estefan brought Latin rhythms to the masses with conga, but her career nearly ended in 1990 when a semi-truck smashed into her tour bus. She suffered a broken back and had to relearn how to walk through grueling rehabilitation. Today, she is a business mogul and actress, having successfully overcome the injury that threatened to paralyze her. Kim Carnes owned 1981 with Bette Davis Eyes, a track so gritty that listeners initially thought it was Rod Stewart. The real Betty Davis was so thrilled she wrote Carnes a thank you letter for making her cool to her grandchildren. Carnes eventually settled in Nashville, shifting her focus to writing hit songs for country stars like Tim McGraw. Madonna revolutionized pop culture with Like a Virgin, constantly shape-shifting to stay relevant. Recently, she faced a near-fatal bacterial infection that postponed her massive celebration tour, alongside intense public scrutiny regarding her evolving facial features. Undeterred, the Queen of Pop bounced back to headline global arenas, proving she refuses to let age or critics dictate her path.